Hello and welcome back to the FM21 beta save with Tottenham Hotspur. It's not on the beta, so let's stop saying that, Tom. I've got in the habit of saying it now, though, but technically, I guess it is still the beta save because we started this off in the beta. But the full game's out now, of course, and we're starting the Lincoln Loco 3 on Monday. So welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. It's been very, very good since you guys were last here. We're going to jump just straight into it, basically, and show you a schedule. And since you guys were last here for the 0-0 draw with Roma and that 3-2 win against West Brom, we played 4 games, won 3 and drawn 1, which is pretty decent. A 0-0 draw with Chelsea wasn't ideal, but Chelsea a very decent team, so I guess we can take that as the result. We beat Forest 3-0 with Luis Alberto and Bailey picking up the goals in that one before beating Southampton in the FA Cup third round and then having a big 3-0 win against Bournemouth in the league with Kulusevski, Alberto and Leon Bailey in the goals. Today we do have quite a big challenge coming up with Liverpool, Man United and Man City. They're going to be very difficult games to beat. But if we win all 3 games, I'm pretty confident we will have wrapped up the Premier League title if things don't go horribly wrong in the second half of the season. As you can see, we are top by 4 points ahead of Manchester United, 6 points ahead of Liverpool, and we are miles ahead of Man City down in 7th place as well. 12 points clear of them who've had a terrible season. Brighton of all teams are having a great season again, so they seem to be quite dangerous. So we are going to jump straight into it and just go straight into these games then. So if we look at the squad, or look at the tactic, I should say, for today's fixture. We've got Lloris in goal with a backline of Reguilon, Longley, Garcia, Odriozola. Bentancur and Roberto make up that usual midfield duo. Luis Alberto and Kulusevski maintain their positions, but Son comes in because, for whatever reason, Leon Bailey's going to miss this game and the next game because he's on international duty with Jamaica. Don't know why he has to go. I mean, I guess I do know why he has to go because he wants to play for his country. But why they've got fixtures scheduled in the middle of the season for the World Cup qualifying, I don't really get it. So I'm not very happy with that, but Leon Bailey's had to go. Son obviously takes his place on the left, and Harry Kane with 14 goals to his name, already more than he did last season, has got himself up front. So as kickoff is upon us here today, I'm looking forward to this game. This should be an interesting one. Liverpool are usually, I think what I've seen in everyone else's saves, the team to beat. They are ridiculously good in this year's Football Manager. So hopefully we get the better of them. And if we do, then we've got one hand on that title, I would say. Sergio Roberto puts a terrible ball forward to no one. Alisson Becker collects it, and I feel like this is going to be a goal for someone. It might be Liverpool as Sadio Mane has been put through, and he does score. You hate to see it. A terrible start to the game for us. Even if we do lose this game, though, we will still be top of the table because of the virtue of the points that we've got. So it's not terrible if we lose one of these games as Luis Alberto. What was he doing? He just had to put it on the floor, on the plate for Harry Kane. He messed it up completely there. That would have been a certain goal for us if he'd actually put the pass to feet there, but he didn't put the pass to feet. He sent it straight to the keeper. Lloris clears the incoming Liverpool attack, though, but they do regain possession as Salah gets past Reguilon, chips our... It's a very good goal. Oh, you hate to see it, but you love to see it because that is a beautiful chip. Thing is, what's Reguilon doing here? Why has he not won that? He's just messed around a little bit and... it's a perfect chip, isn't it? I love seeing all the chips in the game this year. I don't really ever remember seeing them. Obviously, we played Matuidi Engine last year on FM20, but I don't remember ever seeing chips and things like that. And this time around, chips are probably the most beautiful part of the game. We're 3-0 down, how? What is going on here? After a really good run of form, we are now 3-0 down in 25 minutes. Divock Origi of all players. But at half-time, we are 3-0 down. I'm going to throw the bottle at the players. You were terrible. Performance needs to be improved, but players seem demotivated by that. I don't understand why they're demotivated by it, because they played awfully. But as the second half goes on, nothing's happening. Let's go more attacking. Let's shout... demands more. Entire team demand more, please. I mean, tactically, nothing's happening in the second half. I'm going to make some changes out there. Who's played terribly? Kulusevski has. Draxler, on you come. Son's played terribly. Lucas Moura, on you come. We'll swap those two over so Moura can play on the right-hand side. Bentancur's played terribly. Sissoko, come on for him, please. I mean... I don't think these are going to change the game for us, unfortunately, but we've got to do something. 20 minutes to grab the winner here as Son looks to drive forward down the left-hand side before he gets taken off the pitch as Harry Kane doesn't really do much with it. Bentancur on the ball through to Son. Son, can he shoot and score? He shoots, but doesn't do anything with it. Longley on the ball, then into Garcia, back to Sissoko. Longley to Luis Alberto. Lucas Moura, who's now on the pitch, into Draxler. Draxler actually wins the ball back, gets it into Luis Alberto, and that's the best chance we've had all game, and we still can't put it in the back of the net. And I thought the highlight was going to go to Liverpool then, but it's not. So with 10 minutes to go, I don't think we're going to win this one 4-3 now. I think there's too little time and too much to ask for anything to actually happen. And when Draxler takes shots like that, It's not going to happen. So the first of today's 3 crunch games has not gone particularly well. Let's ignore this Liverpool game. Or at least try to ignore it. Forget it happened. Thrash my arms are out. I'm far from pleased with that result. The players seem motivated by that, but not a game to remember. Luckily, we've got a nice, easy game against Manchester United coming up next to our second in the table. So let's look forward to that one. Given how poorly they all played last game, I feel like changes might be needed, but I don't know who we change because we have got the best team out there possible. I think Eric Garcia slightly tired will come off for Alderweireld, but I kind of think we just leave it as it is. I feel like it could have been a bit of a risk not to make many changes out there as 20 seconds. 20 seconds is all it took. And they came down the right-hand side of our centre of defence, which is Alderweireld. So he's the one that we just brought on the pitch to... You hate to see it. Maybe Garcia would have done better. Still, there's plenty of time in today's game to grab the winners and things like that. So Sergio Roberto is not brought down, doesn't get a red card for the Man United player, but he is on possession still as he comes forward, plays it through to Bentancur behind him. I don't know why he didn't play it forward, but Odriozola with a lot of time and space to get the ball to Kulusevski. They're not really making very intelligent passes right now. None of that bit of play from us was particularly intelligent as Lautaro Martinez forces a good save from Hugo Lloris. Oh, this is... It's not ideal. I woke up this morning, this afternoon, and turned the computer on. I was playing brilliantly yesterday, obviously, with the team. We got some good results. You turn it on again, but look what I'm trying to say. The look modifier, whatever it is, it just resets itself, doesn't it? But all the highlights seem to be going our way as finally Harry Kane puts one in the back of the net to level the scores. We are the better team here today. I think we got very unlucky in that first 20 seconds or so. But from a throw in, Odriozola, it's a messy goal. It's not a particularly well-worked goal, as it just goes in the back of the net awkwardly. But at least we've got one. It keeps us top of the table as well if we do draw this game against United, albeit only by a single point. So we need to get the win to restore that 4-point deficit that we had before. I forgot to make a change or a team talk at half-time. I just pressed start. That's... You hate to see it. I meant to throw the bottle at them again, which didn't work against Liverpool. It might have worked against United, but there's another highlight straight from kickoff in this second half. And I'm worried that United are going to score straight from kickoff again as Reguilon just slide tackles it into the path of Malcolm, who nearly scores. Come on, boys. We can do this. Sergio Roberto looking tired. Lo Celso wants to come on, so we'll make that change in a second as Luis Alberto puts the cross in. Son into Luis Alberto. Kane heads it over the bar. I think it was offside anyway, actually, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. But we'll make this change. Let's do it. And let's bring Lo Celso onto the pitch. We might have to take Luis Alberto off as well because he's looking quite tired. So Dele Alli might have to come on for him. But Lo Celso, the substitute, gets it into Harry Kane. Back to Son. Son coming forward. Gets tackled because he's not very good. Come on, lad. Sort yourself out as... If Lautaro Martinez was about to win that, I've been very, very cross. As Longley gets it out to Reguilon. Reguilon into Luis Alberto. Luis Alberto to Son. This is nice passing play now. Son with a bit of a drive forward is tackled again. Son, pass the ball. Learn how to do it, please. As Malcolm now comes forward for United. It's a great ball to Lautaro Martinez. Scores. It's a good goal. And that's why, you know, Son needs to learn to pass. If he'd passed it back then, we would have scored a goal, maybe. In the other instance, it's now gone to Man United. I've got to say, we are creating more chances, just United are creating the better chances. It's not ideal. Son's coming off because I don't like him. Get him out of the team. And then Kulusevski can also come off for Lucas Moura again. Let's just try and reinvigorate that attack. Let's go very attacking. I'm going to say demand more to the entire team. At least get a draw out of this, boys. Come on. Final highlight of the game. We've got the goal, but it's offside. It's offside. I've just seen the linesman not moving around. That would have been perfect. Oh, you hate to see it. Is it going to VAR? It is going to VAR. I mean, if it's from a direct free kick, surely he's not offside. I want to see this again. Does it come off someone else in the meantime? Please, offside. But if it's from a free kick, I thought it was all right. I guess not. So we lose that one, 2-1. Not a great result. Let's at least beat Man City. If we can beat Man City, you know, we can at least rescue something from today's episode. In before the comment section telling me how confident I was at the start of the episode, saying if we win these games, we'll win the title. We're now not even top of the league anymore. So maybe we should think about rotating my lineup a little bit more. Leon Bailey just come back from his international break, so he goes on the pitch for Son instead. Alderweireld comes off for Garcia again. And to be fair, Sergio Roberto has not played brilliantly in his last 5 games, but neither has Kulusevski. So maybe Kulusevski will come off this game for Mora to have a little go, and Sergio Roberto comes off for Lo Celso. It's worth a try. It's worth a try, I think. Right, so kickoff is upon us here today. Man City v Spurs, the final game of today's episode. Luckily for us, there's not a highlight straight away, which means we're not going to concede an early goal like we did against Liverpool and against Man United. So at least we've learnt from that a little bit. But it looks like United are either winning or they've won their game already, because they're now 4 points clear of us. So we need to win to get back to 1 point. Or is it 2 points? I can't. Either way, it's not ideal. We've gone behind United and we're behind by a couple points, which isn't great. A nice diving header there from Laporte. I've not seen that. That was a great diving header back to his keeper. That was very risky, and he might have just won his team a goal because they were coming forward with pace there, and they still are. I'm not quite sure what Phil Foden's shot was there, but that was very nice defending from Laporte. Bernardo Silva coming forward for City now as they lose possession, strangely, as Leon Bailey now using his pace to cut forward through the pitch. And what was that? We need the win here today. Otherwise, we'll have gone from 4 points. Oh, lovely. You love to see it. A Man City red card. Rodri, off you go. This should now mean we get the win. But as I was saying, we need the win today. Otherwise, we will end the episode 4 points behind Man United, rather than being 4 points ahead of them as we were at the start of the episode. Which isn't ideal, as Lo Celso into Luis Alberto hits the crossbar. That is really unfortunate, as Mora's picked up a knock, apparently. I wish there was more info on the general info bit. Like, it doesn't really tell you if there's injuries or substitutes and things like that. It's a bit annoying. But I'm going to thrash my arms around. I'm going to say it's a great opportunity to show the pundits they've been right to back you up. And I'm going to go to tactics, and I'm going to take Mora off the pitch for, where is he? Kulusevski. And now Reguilon's injured. Oh, you hate to see it. Not ideal. Not ideal. Ben Davies on your come. Let's go a bit more attacking as well in the second half. I think we need to, given they've had a man sent off, we need to get a goal out of this game. I'm going to say fire up to the entire team. I assume that's the right thing to do. Alberto looking tired again, so let's bring Dele Alli on for him, as it's telling us to do so in the dugout. It's quite handy how that comes up, actually, as Man City now, if they score the goal, they're not, because Leon Bailey gets the ball, he gets interception, is racing forward, he's got so much pace. Leon Bailey, what a goal from the Jamaican, his 7th of the season, and that was an attack. So he won the ball there off Kyle Walker, and then just uses absolute pace, precision, good dribbling, much better than Son. Puts it in the back of the net off the post. Amazing. And with 10 minutes to go, we might have rescued something from today's episode. We may have lost to Liverpool and Man United. We may have lost the top of the table. But at least we haven't lost every single game. I mean, let's not talk too soon, Tom. Let's not talk too soon, as we've cleared the ball out from the back. Harry Kane now with a chance to use his pace, power and dribbling skill to not really trouble Ederson at all. But as the clock ticks down, there's another highlight at the end here for Man City as Foden puts that just over the bar. Come on, let's just wind the clock down. Let's win this game. Let's damage limitation ourselves to only 2 points behind Manchester United. I mean, in the overall grand scheme of things, today's episode has not been very good, but it could have been worse. Reguilon out for 3 weeks, so that's actually partly why it could be worse, and it is worse. So Reguilon, we're going to miss you for 3 weeks. Lucas Moura out for a few days, that's not too bad. Next episode's a pretty easy one. We're going to come back for both Leipzig games. We'll play them both next episode. I'll play these games off camera in between, in the middle of the episode basically. So we've got both Leipzig games coming up, and hopefully we'll have some good stuff coming towards the end of the season as well. In the meantime, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and of course I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.